Hey guys, MC Mura here, and today we're gonna talk about Fatal Fury City of the Wolves. Is this a game that you should pick up? Is this a game that you should look into? And I'm gonna be full transparent upfront. This is not a sponsored video. I was not provided a review copy from SNK, and I did buy this game. I bought it with my own money because I wanted to be honest about it, give you my honest opinion as someone who had a hands-on experience with this game and do have a lot of experience with other fighting games as well. And the thing about City of the Wolves, what I'm noticing is that there is so much discussion around the game more than it is about the game itself. You will have people who are saying like this is the greatest fighting game ever made. You have the people who are like, oh, I'm not gonna buy it because they bought X guest character or like Y guest character, the DJ or Ronaldo. You will have people who are like, huh, look at all that esports money. There's so much discussion about it that I feel like we need to dial back a little bit. Now, I'm gonna be honest. I am just a gamer. I just wanna play games, right? If there is like a million players online, if there are like $1 million for like esports tournament players, I don't think that affects me, the guy who are playing right now. I just want to play a game that is fun, that I can play and have fun playing, learn, get better at, whatever, right? Maybe to others that's a great deal, but to me, this is what matters the most. And the thing about City of the Wolves is, well, it does have a functional matchmaking. I don't think gameplay was ever the issue for SNK games, as they always have like fun gameplay, but at least for like KOF 15, matchmaking didn't work. City of the Wolves actually worked. This is how much it took for me to get a game in Egypt, right? And that's way better than Street Fighter 6. Street Fighter 6, if you don't know, have like a regional matchmaking issue that depending on where you live, it can take a ton of time to get into games, but City of the Wolves work. The online netcode actually work, right? So for someone like me, although yes, the game doesn't have like the highest number of players on Steam or whatever, I am able to get games and I'm able to have fun. I'm able to actually play the game online, right? So as far as like playability goes, it gets a pass for me. Now, obviously, one of the things about this game is SNK is obviously investing a lot, right? They're investing a lot into marketing. They were at WrestleMania. They were like pushing the game everywhere. And there's obviously like the big esports money. But the thing about this game is, yes, the gameplay is premium, but the visuals of the game, how it looks, how it's presented, it does feel a little bit budget. I feel like they could have maybe made it like a better product, which I feel like is the main reason that this game isn't popping. If it had the same level of how I want to say this, if it did feel like as polished, as produced as AAA, as Tekken or Street Fighter, I feel like the game could have done a lot more. But I feel like still, as a fighting game product, what is here is good enough to be picked up. And there is something that you do have to keep in mind, right? Yes, City of the Wolves is a full-priced game, but the season pass is included, which is like 5 characters. So really, this is like a Street Fighter 6 plus like $30 year pass. But so the game actually is discounted, but they want you to invest upfront, which is kind of weird, but it's something that I do have to be upfront about. And when it comes to the game as a product, as a fighting game, I think it's okay. Like it's what you would expect. It's like the bare minimum of what you would expect. You do have an arcade mode that do have some cutscenes that do tell some story, although the cutscenes are like really stills that doesn't feel like very high quality, and even then like they're inconsistent. Sometimes it's art, sometimes it feels like 3D model, which I don't know what's that about. It does have like training mode that is alright. It does have the combo trial, so you can have an idea about what character does what. It does have this mode, episodes of Southtown, which is pretty much like, sort of like a more arcadey RPG mode. Like the character level up, you will get stronger, you will get better, and the writing is absolutely laughable. Like every time Mai walks up to someone, they're like, huh, you are super hot, come with me, baby, and then she like hits him, which is kind of funny. It feels like every time, every interaction with Mai is that. But yeah, there is some stuff that you can do. Is it absolute AAA quality? Not really, but it is there. Like there is some form of content there, but this is an absolutely fighting gamers video game. What do you guys think? They're convinced? I hope so. If you like the video but you haven't subscribed yet, please consider subscribing. Over 70% of my viewers aren't, so you get to see more of me and my friends, the EX-Men. And yes, like my canon Magneto is I recruited him. Excuse the silliness and enjoy the rest of your video. And what you will see is that most of the guys that do like fighting games actually do praise City of the Wolves gameplay. And I don't think gameplay was ever the issue for SNK, but I do think what is here is solid. The game is fast enough without it being absolutely hectic. There is movement option without it being absolutely overwhelming, kind of like King of Fighters 15, where like you had to learn 3 characters. The movement, it's not that wild here. The game do have defensive options that feel good to execute and require intent, like if you are just defending and then cancelling, or like hyper defending into a cancel, that feel like it requires intent. That feels good to do, and it doesn't feel bad when you get countered by the opponent. You know they meant exactly, they knew exactly what you're doing, so that do feel good. Even uppercutting into break, into combo, that do feel good. Jumping feels good, but anti-airs also can feel good. So in general, I do think the gameplay, what is here, is very solid. Is it absolutely balanced? No! Heck no. Kane is Kane is a bastard of a character. That guy is broken, but it's still fun. Like, I'm using Mai, which I do think is considered to be like one of the weakest characters in the game, but it's still a lot of fun. If you are someone who want to play a fighting game and you want something that is fun, I do think this City of the Wolves is a fun video game. Is it the greatest game ever? Absolutely not. Is it the greatest product ever? Can I recommend it to any casual? No. I personally don't think so, but if you're someone who likes fighting games, I do think this is absolutely a game that you should give a shot. I think the game also have a lot of modes and features that will be cool to guys like us who like really are like fighting gamers, like a color editor, right? A level of customization where you can customize your character. Maybe I want my character to have like specific set of colors. It's kind of like a middle ground between what you would find in a Tekken and in Street Fighter, where in Tekken you can absolutely clown and create whatever you want. Street Fighter have nothing. What is here is enough for you to express yourself, make something that is kind of interesting, but also keep the game fresh, because you can keep changing how your character looks, even if it's just for like a color. I think what's there is good. It does also have a jukebox that have a lot of the features, a lot of the songs from the older Fatal Fury games, and I do think that is interesting. So overall, my final verdict for City of the Wolves is it's a game that is worth trying, right? If you are worried about the initial investment, then I do think this is a game that will get cheaper down the line, so you should absolutely pick it up then if you're worried about like the full investment. But it's a game that you should try at some point, because what's here is really fun and what's here works, right? I don't care about the numbers of people on Steam. I don't care about how many are playing it. I'm just worried about this is a game that is fun to play, that works online, and most importantly, feels good. It feels good to learn, it feels good to execute, doesn't feel that frustrating to play. I don't care about money, I don't care about guests. I just like the fighting game engine, and I do think what's here is fun. We finally have an SNK game that just works. Not super AAA, it works, and for me personally, that is satisfactory. Is it gonna work for everyone? I don't know, but what is here satisfy my needs. And that's about it for today's video. If you have enjoyed this video, please leave a like or a comment. It helps the channel so much. I will be leaving a link to the Patreon, Discord, Twitter, and Twitch pages in the description. Thank you so much for watching, and stay safe.